everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 130 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. Wow, we are another world download episode. Holy cow. Did I ever do 120? I feel like I posted it. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I forget, but yeah, it's all good. Hey, Lena, you're getting a little upgrade to your place here, aren't you? The blacksmith's hut. We got torches going down, so you know what that means. Kai is almost done upgrading this blacksmith's hut to a level 2. Which is cool, looking fancy. Oh wow, the level 2 hut got oak shingles? Look at that. Usually it's not till level 3 that you get oak shingles, right? I feel like that's accurate. Hello, Buddy Doctor. Hooray! Look, I just can't have rats chilling in my colony. It's just not healthy. It's not healthy. No rats in colony, please. Look, she's dancing. She's super excited. Yay, Lena. What do you got? There's no guard power. I'll work on it. I don't know if that's accurate, but okay. Are you, like, stuck? I know you're dancing. You're excited that you got a level 2 building, but also you look stuck, so I'm just going to nudge you a little bit. There you go. Just a little nudge. The reason I did that, as a reminder, most of these working huts, like the blacksmith's hut and all the other huts that are dedicated to crafting things for your village, have a limit in the number of recipes that you can teach. So you can see we had reached 10 recipes. We were at 10 of 10 before we upgraded to a level 2. Now we're at 10 of 20. The reason I wanted to upgrade this because now that I'm upgrading my barracks huts to level 4, they want iron armor. And we can see that on our clipboard here. We can see Barnaby wants minimum level iron. So Barnaby would like better armor. And I would like them to be able to handle that. And now you can also see that he wants leggings and boots, and he wants leggings and boots, and he wants leggings and boots, and he wants leggings, and you get the idea. The reason that everybody wants leggings and boots is because I had taught 8 recipes. The last 2 were helmets and chest plates, and I had to upgrade the blacksmith's hut here, so I can now teach iron leggings, bing, and boots, bing. And now if we bring up our doohickey here, awesome. Now this dude wants a stone sword, which I hope is just a carryover from before. I'm going to cancel him and see if he decides to behave. It might be a guard tower that has since upgraded. I guess we'll find out. If it comes back, I will know that that's the case. Now if we come over here to tasks, at some point we'll see the tasks populate. And we should now be able to make iron leggings and boots for all our guards. Awesome. So we've got one more guard tower that looks like it needs to be done. Is Kai finished Blacksmith 2? And I guess he went to bed because it's getting late. So I'm going to take a quick old nap here. Pass the day. Let my villagers get back to work. Look, some of them were in bed, I'm sure. And if they weren't, then they're just slow at getting to bed. And that's on them. Look, if they want to hang up and, you know, it's midnight and they're still up, can't fault that. Susan, what's up? Susanna. Can I have better food, please? What? What kind of request is that? I want better food? Excuse me. That's a little bit rude. It's a little bit rude, isn't it?
Not good enough, eh?
I'll work on it. I just don't know how to fulfill that request. Like, what kind of food do you want? Explain to me what kind of food you want. Define better food,
Not
Susanna.
Good enough, eh?
I'll work on it. You don't have any open requests. So, I mean, we have the sheep farm, right? We've got, should we get like a cow herder's hut or something like that? Would that be cool? Because you got fish, you got wheat, you got potatoes, you got carrots, you got sheep, right? So maybe we should get the cow herder's hut or whatever it's called, cowhand's hut. Yes, let's get one of them. Why not, right? I mean, sounds like fun. We'll just do a little bit of this for a minute, and then we'll get back to fusion power. So I'll just drop you right next to the sheep hut, even though the sheep are super weird and all upstairs for some reason that I've still yet to figure out. I don't know how they got up there. A few episodes ago I mentioned this. No idea how this happened. I'm not loving that it happened, if I'm being honest. I kind of want to, like, mob imprisonment tool you back into the ground floor. It's just kind of hilarious to me that they somehow found their way upstairs, right? Mob imprisonment tool. I can get 3 of them. It is really funny to me that they did that somehow. You know, I'm just saying. Yeah. There you go. Sheep, you're with me. Sheep, can you stay in your pen for like 8 seconds? That's all I'm asking for. See, they're already escaping. You got a lot of pink sheep there, don't you? Alright, so is everybody good now? Is everybody out of the roof? Alright. Nope, there's more. Are these the two I just moved, or is it me? Yeah, make sure to leave that door closed, alright, Jackson? They're sneaking in behind you. Alright, everybody's good now, I think, maybe, perhaps? I guess somebody's trimming up all the flowers. Good job, Peter. Alright, let's do the cowhand's hut, huh? We'll just pop him right here. I like the sound of that. The cowboy. Yeah, that's cool. Let's see what a level 5 looks like. We'll be prepared for that. And we also want to line it up such that it's kind of in line with you. So that looks like he's... ish. Let's make sure he's also rotated in such a way so that the front is facing this way. Is this the front? No. Is this the front? Yeah, that's definitely the front, right? That looks like the front. Okay, cool. So you're going to come right here-ish. Does that sound like that? Looks okay, right? Yeah, not terrible. I'm guessing that's the front of the building, yes? Or is that the front of the building? I'm not sure, actually. What would technically be the front of that building? I feel like this is the front of the building. I also would like the fences to be lined up. So even though like the borders are not perfectly lined up, I think the fences being lined up is important. And yeah, that feels a little bit better to me. I like the look of this, right? So I'm assuming the cows will be there, and then this is the front of your building. Does that work? I think that works. Check. All right, get some cows, buddy. Now I don't know what my villagers are currently working on building. Yisrael, are you doing something, buddy? You working on something? Yeah, you're looking for stone. I will fulfill that request of yours. Requests fulfill. And it took the stone out of my inventory. Good. So here's a tip, right? If they are waiting for another villager to make them something, they will have a request, and you need to fulfill that request. Even if you come in here and give them the 33 stone they need, they will stand there like, I'm waiting for that stone delivery, even though I gave it to them. So you need to go into that request screen and hit fulfill in order for him to actually acknowledge, yes, I am done, I am good, I'm cool. Now Kai is doing nothing, so I'm hoping that he will recognize the request to build the cowhand. So let's go begin this building, please. And Kai should get to work. Nice. So we'll leave these guys be for a little bit. He might need some things, like I think I saw raw beef and leather on the signs, on the item frames, but also he may not need that because that was the level 5 building we saw. So I don't know, we'll find out. And then I'm gonna have to get a couple of cows. There's at least one here, and maybe I'll get another. Come here, you. Whee! And remember, the higher the tier of the building for things like cowhands and whatnot, the more animals they can have at a time, right? Oh, there we go. Good job, Kai. Got to work. Kai is working on cowboy. Good work. Hey, there's more cows. More cows. Cool. So we will hang on to these cows and be ready to give them to the cowhand once the building is built. Deal? Deal. All right, now let's go check on our nuclear fusion reactor, because last episode we got cooking on that, and we wanted to be ready to play with fusion reactors. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go check in on this guy. So at this point, we've got 871 million. That's pretty darn perfect. Now what I would like to do is go into my sound muffler options, recent, mechanism, laser, the sounds of silence. Some sounds are just like, okay, that's enough. So I think we're good here, right? I think we're ready to kickstart this bad boy. So I think all I should need to do to kickstart this thing is literally hit this button. It'll switch redstone detection mode to either inverse or off, doesn't matter. And then it'll shoot the entire 900 million RF into this block because the red faces the output, and that'll kickstart the reaction. You ready? Here goes. Let's do 3, 2, 1, go. Sweet. And now I can switch you back to normal mode. And we might have a fusion reaction happening here. So we've got heat by way of plasma. We've got RF building up, 400 million. The case is getting warm. Are you getting power? You don't seem to be. You don't seem to be. How do I get power out of you if not the fusion reactor port? Logic adapter, frame, reactor controller. I would imagine the port, right? Is where we get it out. Gas and energy transfer of the fusion reactor. Okay, do I have to, like, wrench it with something? That could always be the case. Yeah. 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 Nope. Maybe the plug can go up here on the this thing. He is getting an input of 0 FE, and he doesn't even connect. So that's definitely not where it goes. He at least connects to this dude. How do I get you to output your power? I mean, he's connecting, which means he recognizes him as an FE output. So we're currently injecting rate 2, ignition temp is 100 million Kelvin, max plasma 300, max casing 200 million Kelvin, passive generation 400,000 RF a tick. Not bad. Not bad. You know, it's not these guys, but it's also a lot easier to set up, and it runs on water, let's not forget. And I'm guessing your temperatures are okay? So I stuck a universal cable on it. That didn't seem to do much. Hitting this guy with the configurator doesn't seem to do much. Ah! Toggled reactor port eject mode. There we go. Shift right click with this dude. Okay, there you go. In a configurator mode. Output. There, now we're cooking. Got it. Got it. So yeah, he's chilling at currently 318 million, or 318,000 RF a tick. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now I believe that I can toy with the injection rate here. Boom. 3, 4. There we go. 4. And that might be bumping up. Yes. So as the heat level goes up, the RF production will go up. Cool. I believe that to be the case. So as the heat level rises, the RF output will rise. Pretty sure that's how it works. Now, I'm not sure what happens. So your air-cooled max plasma temp is 600, max casing temp is 400. I mean, the temperatures are still rising. Now, what if I bring this back down to a fuel rate of 2 and check our heat? Is temperature going up or down? Temperature is now going down. Cool. Okay. Okay. So if I bump you back to 4, and I think that's millibuckets per tick, if I'm not wrong. Pretty sure that's what that means. Yeah. So if we keep you at 2 for now, this thing should stabilize around 400,000 RF a tick, right? See, the temperature, the RF production is going down now because the temperature is coming down. So it's basically a balancing act of heat and injection rates. So the higher you raise the injection rate, it starts increasing the temperature, and there'll be a break-even point. And once it hits that break-even point, it'll stabilize, and it'll stay at that, I believe. Let's give it a minute or two to find out if I'm right about that. Yeah, unfortunately that number 2 keeps dropping the heat, and we keep losing power. I might want him to be at 4, to be honest with you. I'm gonna bump him up to 4, and we should have a net gain of heat now. I want to see where it stabilizes at with 4. So it looks to me like we've stabilized, because our plasma temperature and our casing temperatures aren't really moving that much anymore. Like, a little bit. A little bit the numbers are changing, but it's really minor. I think we're pretty stable at this point. So if we check our stats, Max plasma temp 600, max casing temp 400. Okay, that's cool. And our passive generation should be around 800. Yeah, all right. I mean, we're at 642-ish, so that's not bad. And even though it's not obvious, but these three numbers on the bottom here change as you mess with the injection rate. So see how max plasma temp is 600, casing is 400, passive generation is 800, right? If I come over here and change this to 2, those numbers should all change. Now it's 3, 2, and 4. If I come over here and change it to 6, it's going to be 9, 6, and 1.2 million. Now here's the question that I have. Is this like too hot? Is this thing gonna melt down? Like, what's the deal? Why is this thing so high? Because the lava's like at the top of the bar, right? So our stats say max plasma temp 900K, right? Now what I'm gonna do is just start a quick backup because you know, I don't know what's gonna happen here. So backup is running. And 900, 600, and 1.2 million, right, is where we're at. And this thing's rapidly climbing above that 600 mil. I don't know how it goes. I don't know how this works, to be honest with you. Is there a limit? Like, can I make it 50? Does it matter? I mean, obviously, the main concern would be pumping enough tritium and deuterium in, which I assume I'm doing. Good, server backup complete. Hooray. Now, the other thing we can do is water cool this. And I think the only thing that water cooling changes is that you can pump water into here. So you would throw another one of these guys in, like a whatchamacallit, reactor port. Like you can pop one in any one of the glass spots, and you can pipe water in here, and then I believe the water value is this. This is your water amount. And then it'll turn it into steam, and then the steam can be piped into a turbine. Pretty sure that's how it works. And when you do water cooling, you can see on the bottom here how much passive generation we get. So when you water cool it, you still get energy directly out of the reactor. So right now we're getting a passive energy of 1.2 million. That's it. We're just, all fusion is turning into energy, and that's it, 1.2 million. With water cooling, you get 300,000 FE per tick from passive generation, but you're also producing 900,000 millibuckets per tick of steam. Cool. Now, how much does this guy produce? I don't remember. Yeah. This guy's producing 6 million millibuckets per tick. Right. That's a lot. Right? Which is a hilariously large number, right? Obviously. And this guy over here, remind me what this produces. And remember, these numbers are very low at the moment for the things. So keep that in mind. So you're doing flow rate about 1 million millibuckets per tick. So I can turn this off for a minute. Now, if I were to set you to water, you would be doing 900,000 millibuckets. So I feel like at this injection rate of water, if we turned this into a water one right now with an injection rate of 6, this turbine might be sufficient. If we wanted to bump it up, we would want to tap into this turbine. And I'm kind of curious just to see if I'm right about that. So I might toy with that a little bit here. So should we do this with quantum entangloopers? I like that idea. I like that idea. So what if we did it on this side, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace you. And now did that remember everything? Heat's the same, fuel's the same, stats the same, everything remembered. Perfect. And you. Now I'm going to need you to be in output mode, right? So you're going to output steam, you're going to input water. Okay? So let's do this. Let's get a sink, right? Didn't we have sinks? Is that what we were doing? Yeah, sink. Meow. No buckets of water? Bucket, please. Where did all my buckets go? Don't I usually have buckets? I feel like I have buckets. What did I do with them? I had 5 buckets somewhere. Okay. And we'll do this, and we'll do this, and we'll do ultimate. Mechanical pipe. And Now I'm trying to understand what's going to happen here. This will void the excess water, right? Dumping excess. Yeah. So as long as we're producing enough water, we're cool. And let's get our ultimate mechanical pipe. You're going to do that, and you're going to do that, and you're going to start pumping in, and that's going to make this guy be water-cooled. So see how the energy's coming in down? See how the energy's going down now? Because what's happening, we just turned this into a water-cooled reactor, and we're pumping water in, and it's turning it into steam. Cool? Now what I want to do is I want to have steam, which is a gas, remember. So I'm going to have a quantum entangle over here ready to go. We're going to have side config. I'm going to turn off everything here because I don't want any connections except for what I want to happen. So all the things are off. All the things are off. I don't want you doing anything with energy, nothing. And all I want you to do is gases back input. Cool? So if I do that and name you steam, check. I can't tell. I guess we'll find out pretty quickly. I guess. Now if I come over to this dude, and you're also set to void excess, right? If I were to just pop this quantum entangloper down, and again, for gases, I'm just gonna output out the top, eject on, and we set you to steam. Set? Oh, he's got steam coming in. Sweet. That's cool. Are you producing power now, or what? And what's going on with your steam? Concern. I have concerns. So it's working-ish. Is that the limit that we have? 80,000 millibuckets per tick? Side config gases, input top. Let's do an ultimate. Pressurized tube. And now you are steam, which connects you. He dropped pretty significantly. What do you got going on? 80,000 millibuckets per tick. Is that the limit on a quantum entangloper? Is that what happens? You think? So what if we instead... What I'm going to do is get a turbine valve on this other side. And we're going to forget the quantum entangloper. I'm just going to turbine valve you. This is me just playing at this point. Make another stack of those, would you? How's our steam in here? We definitely lost some, so that's a good sign. Boom. Wow, that filled up really fast. Now we're cooking. But let's check out our stats here. All right, steam empty, water 64 millibuckets per tick. Nice. Okay. Now, how much steam are you actually producing? Because I assume you're going to drop at some point. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. So yes. So steam is 640. All right, so that's your... Interesting. 64, but it's 640. Flow rate 64. If I disconnect you for a sec. Flow rate drops. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So it says here 64 because that's how much water we're piping in. Because that's how much water we're piping in. Haha. That's why. That's why. That's why. Okay. So quantum entangleopers, you're done. You're no longer a thing. But sync is very much still a thing because we're going to need more of those. Now, I don't know how much more. Now, is your heat... Your heat's stabilized at 736, so that's not good, right? We want to produce steam production 900,000 millibuckets per tick. Interesting, interesting. And you're doing 64. So another ultimate mechanical pipe here will probably get me to 128 water, right? And that's going to be 128 millibuckets per tick. Right. Okay. Everything's adding up now. See how it's working? So we want to produce 900,000 millibuckets per tick, which means we're going to need 900,000 millibuckets per tick of water. We're only producing, it looks like these guys only do 64 each, based on this metric. So we're going to need a lot of sinks if we're going to do it this way. What would be a I thought sinks were like hyper fast in production of water. 64 millibuckets per tick seems like a lot. What do I have over here? I just have a stupid amount of sinks. Is that what I got going on? Is a stupid amount of sinks? I don't want to line up 9 sinks if I can avoid it. And I could do a 3x3 of sinks. I could do a 3x3 of sinks. That could be a thing. Can I still access my... I can. Where did that bucket go? I shift-clicked it, and it's now gone. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more sinks. And then ultimate mechanicals. Boop. Not terrible. Now we've got 576. Really? Does that add up? Yes, that does add up, actually. That adds up perfectly. So we're getting there. So see how our water temperature is going down? Okay. Okay. Now the problem is, I'm going to need a lot more water if I'm going to want to... Yeah. How much water would I be getting per tick from a pump with max speed upgrades? Do we think? Actually, I have another one here. Just for giggles, I'm going to ask this. Is this slower or faster than the 64 milliwatt? I got to imagine it's slower, right? I got to imagine it's slower. I'm just trying to imagine how to produce enough water for this, because this is at like a really low number. I wanted to like crank my rate up a little bit higher, right? And just see how stupid we could get. At least that was my goal. I wanted stupid numbers. Right? Hey, good job finishing the building, buddy. What'd you finish? The barracks tower. Nice. Let's wrench him around. We will get a flux point just for giggles. Okay. And then you're going to get the upgrades that you need. Speed and energy. So with a maxed out speed and energy upgrade, where are you at? Where are you at, buddy? So we were at 576 before, and now we're at 577. So it's 10,000 millibuckets per tick on a maxed out pump. Ooh, that's not even close to 64. That's not even close to 64. My concern, like I said, and this is my actual concern, believe it or not, is it's going to take me a lot of sinks. Like, I'm halfway there. I'm a little bit more than halfway there, right? But we're going to need like 16, 17 sinks, right? We need exactly 15 sinks, according to the maths. So we need 7 more sinks. And that will get us enough water for 6 millibucket per tick of heat. So that is a lot. Now, one thing we could do is, rather than dump excess on this, we could hook up to our turbine vents. So what I would want to do is clear a 3x3 area of structural glass real quick. clear a 3x3 area of turbine vents real quick. Replace structural glass. Replace turbine vent. Boom, he's happy again. And then we could have ultimate mechanical pipes. And you could get you back to feeding. This is super dire wiry, let me tell you. It doesn't get much more dire wire than this. Right, but now all the water's coming out here. And we're not dumping excess no mores. And how's our water? Oh wow, look at that. That is a lot of water. Now we're good on water. Now we're good on water. Right? We could probably... You know. You know what I might do? Something like this. So let me wrench this up in a way that's going to make you a little less ugly. And now you should be groovy. Ish. So you're going to need an increase in water, right? So what I'm going to do is put 6 sinks here. I like this plan. I like this plan. Actually, yeah. Wrench these guys. Boom. Cool. And then what we should have is a net gain of water coming in here now, right? Because all the steam that's turning into water is being fed right back into the system, just like we have with these guys. I was trying to avoid that and just do all sinks, but no, absolutely not, right? And now we have a really nice flow rate going on. And now what should happen is our plasma will stabilize, our casings will stabilize around these numbers down here, the 450 and the 150. Yeah, buddy. And we're still producing 300,000 RF a tick. That number is going to come down, right? And that's pretty groovy. Now, here's the downside to this whole setup, is I think I just maxed out my steam production. Now, at some point, it should stabilize, because, right, our temperature's coming down. So once our temperature hits the aforementioned 450 plasma, we should be producing right around 900,000 steam per tick. And that should... Hey, look, it's happening. Look, yes. So look, our steam is stabilizing. That's where we want to be. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. That's not bad. So this guy's producing how much? 1 million RF a tick. Wow. That is really tiny. Amount of fuel, I mean. That's a really tiny amount of fuel. Plus the 300,000. So a bit over 1 million RF a tick for water. That is not bad at all. Now, if we wanted to amp this up further, we could totally bump this number up here to 8, for example, or like some huge number, right? So that should now make our stats go up. So we'll be doing 1.2 millibuckets per tick, right? 1.2 million millibuckets per tick. Passive generation around 400K, max plasma temp 600. So that number is going to climb a little bit now. And this amount of steam production will climb a little bit. And we'll see where it stabilizes. Now, this is a tiny turbine, so it can only handle a small amount. What we're probably going to have to do is, if we really want to handle this the way we are, we might need to put these things over to this guy, right? And that might be what needs to happen if we really want to amp that number up any higher than it currently is. But we'll see what we want to do, right? If we overwhelm this guy, which we look like we're about to do, so I might turn this back down to 6. I feel like it only accepts even numbers. Yeah, see when I set it to 7, it went to 6. So, whatever. But that'll lower the temperature a little bit inside, so those numbers should be coming down now. Beautiful. It'll stabilize, and it'll probably be producing a little over 1 million RF a tick for a really tiny amount. A really tiny amount of fuel, which is generated literally from water. Literally just water. Oh my goodness, that is a screech. Recent mechanism noises. Turn them all off. Actually, I don't know. Wait, that's all. Recent is what I want. What is that noise? Ah, there we go. Whew. Turn them all off. Turn them all off. So yeah, like super tiny, infinitesimal amount of stuff, right? Like we are not hurting on deuterium at all. We are not hurting on heavy water at all. So we are definitely producing more deuterium and tritium than is needed, at least as far as I can tell. Now remember, solar neutron activators only work during the day, so that's one limitation factor. But as long as this guy stays at 128, we know that we're producing more than we're making. At least, you know, for now. Right? We're using 6 millibuckets per tick. That's bananas. And these guys are just filling back up. But, I mean, at some point, I think they'll back stuff and not care anymore. I assume they'll stop chewing up power. I could always just turn them off, too, because we theoretically never need this again. Unless we shut down the whole reaction and start it back up. Right? Or if we run out of fuel or something. So, yeah, we're totally stabilizing. That is looking awesome. So I'm going to let the fusion reactor cook for a little bit. I'm going to pop over to our village, see how things are going. I think a majority of our buildings are completed at this point. How's the cowhand doing, by the way? Because I definitely want to unload these cows, if I may. Should probably unload a lot of other things that I don't super need at this moment anymore. Because I'm mostly done, I think, with the reactor stuff. We're going to check on it next episode, but we'll be pretty much done. All right, cool. You are a work in progress. Wow, you are taking a long time. Are you, like, not chunk-loaded or something? No, you're super chunk-loaded. So what's taking you guys so long? It's been a whole episode. I would have expected this to be done by now. Kai, are you slacking, buddy? You need something? What do you need? You need oak stairs. Oak stairs. I will supply. I will supply oak stairs for you.
I'll take care of it.
Fulfill. Now he's happy. You got it, Kai. Anytime, buddy. You good now? Get to work. All right, so we'll come back next episode. We'll check out the cowhand. I will probably upgrade it 1 or 2 times between this episode and next. We'll see. But for now, Double 20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.